With the family home surrounded by over 100 acres of old vine Zinfandel, Janelle Dusi was raised like her father and his father before him in the vineyard. Carried into the fields by her grandfather in a 5-gallon bucket, farming and the Dusi grapes are in her blood.
Some of the first Zinfandel vineyards planted here in Paso Robles were from my family. We grew up with Zinfandel and vineyards as our backyard, our playground, our livelihood. The land is part of all of us.
But the Dusis weren't known for making their own wine. It took a brash young Janelle to reinvent the Dusi name for a new generation.
Yes, we grow grapes, we love it, but now let's make a little bit of wine with it.
Wines crafted by the same hands that grow the grapes. Tradition, but with a new perspective. Join us as we go beyond the crush.
Ever since we could walk, we're expected to do the work. I have 2 older brothers, and we were very hands-on more than
I think growing up with 2 older brothers it helps. I mean, you have to be tough, and you have to try to stand out.
I was always the one they picked on, and I definitely had to push my way around. We're farmers of the land. We grow the grapes, we sell the fruit. We work so hard all year long to grow these great grapes that are so wanted by the community and by wineries. They want those Dusi Zinfandel grapes. I wanted to make some ourselves, and why not taking them to the winery, crushing them, making some wine, and trying to create the best Dusi Zinfandel that I can create. My dad kept telling me, no, we farm the grapes and sell them to other people and let them make the wine. My grandfather is 87, still out at the crack of dawn pruning, and his heart is in the soil and in the vines. When I begged and pleaded somebody to teach me how to make wine, I was 16 years old, and he was the only one. He thought it was a fun little project, though. I started with 1 barrel, and for about 9 or 10 years, I just made 1 barrel.
It went from the plastic trash barrel to a small barrel to then a bigger barrel, and next thing you know, she went pro, I guess, how you call it, right? And it was a big deal. We're extremely tough on her. She had to come and everybody had to try it, and before I basically got the blessing to, yeah, you can go. There's 2 rules of Dusi Vineyard. You don't talk about Dusi Vineyard, and you don't talk about Dusi Vineyard. To have a successful label, you have to go out there and market. And so she's the first person who's really going out and talking about Dusi Vineyard.
In creating the name for Dusi Wines, it took a while to figure out what exactly to call it. I definitely wanted to represent me and my family. And I wanted to use some part of me, but not use my whole name. Youngest, girl generation at that time, and somehow own it myself.
I really like that tagline of tradition with a new perspective. Janelle has a new style of her own, and she makes it her own. She's gone out and built a brand on her own.
It's kind of a nod to the past, but still looking to the future.
People I grew up with, they knew my family farmed. They didn't know much about it. And now all of a sudden they're like, we bought Dusi wine. Nothing's changed. It's the same vineyard, same people, same everything, but the persona has changed.
A lot of people say that women have a palate that can, pick things apart and really sense more. I think that being a female winemaker, I'm not embarrassed about making a beautiful wine, an elegant wine, and not throwing a bunch of new oak on it and making it beefy and making it stand up to your steak. It's like, not everyone eats a steak every night. You gotta have something else. My family is 100% supportive. I think it's fun for them actually now, even though they don't always like to admit it. I love every part of it, I love the vineyard work, I love the winery work, loving the land, loving each other. It's the simple things in life.